Hey guys, so Rob here from the Off-Grid Tiny House on my little walk yet again. Talking politics as usual, prepping politics and all around what's going on. Here in Canada, our COVID is on the downswing, has been for a while, and that's because Canada, we have less population and we're pretty spread out over vast amounts of land. So it's in our advantage. Whereas in the States, everybody's crammed into cities and prone to hellish nightmares with stuff like this. So yeah, wonderful. I want to know how you guys are making out during the pandemic. How's the toilet paper supply going? Are you able to get out without too much nonsense? Get your groceries, get your supplies, whatever. Are you still prepping? What is your plan with this coming food shortage? What do you guys think? Yeah, because they keep checking these food distribution, well, not distribution, but meat packing plants, and they seem to keep coming down with the COVID. So they shut the plant down, so they don't want to be sued. So, isn't that funny? Now, I told you a while ago, if you've been following my channel, that coronavirus is same family as, well, the common cold. And so if you've had the common cold in the past 5 to 10 years, if they go to swab you and you don't have any symptoms, most likely they're picking that up. Give me a second. And we're back. So, we're talking food shortages this November. You guys probably have already seen prices increase out there in the grocery stores. No, we have over here in Canada. Luckily, we planted a huge garden this year. We've been eating a lot out of that. I've had seeds already on hand, ready to rip for this type of thing for a while, because that's part of prepping, right? So yeah, that's what we're dealing with. And I've been eating a lot of lettuce, 2 different types I planted actually. And what I would do is just chunk off a batch of each, mix it together, wash it of course, mix it together into a salad, throw in some radishes, tomatoes, whatever, also out of the garden. We had a lot of onions as well. And yeah, good eating. Because normally in the summer, when it's stinking hot, you're not down for hot meals too often. You want something nice and cold, something healthy, right? So I've been eating a lot of salad, which is good. And just producing your own food in your own backyard. Can't beat it. Organic, no pesticides, cha-ching. Hopefully you guys are doing the same out there. Also producing my medicine for my dad, which is awesome. Hopefully the states that are legal out there are also doing the same for their friends and family. Keep everybody healthy. So that's what we're dealing with. Yeah, down in the comments, guys, let me know. How are you guys handling the COVID? And a lot of the preppers that actually do watch me know better. They'll say, oh, I'm not going to say anything because if I say anything, then I'm giving out too much details to the government. Believe me, I'm recording on a phone, guys. They hear everything and they know exactly where you go with your phone. and there's no way to disable that feature, and they're using it to make money off your butt. Ever wonder why you talk about a certain object? Maybe you want to buy a barbecue, and then all of a sudden, a day or a couple hours later, you get inundated with barbecue ads all over your social media and websites. Wonder how that happens, right? No need to wonder. The microphone in this thing does not turn off. And that's what's going on. So, you know, it's not a conspiracy theory, guys. This shit is all what's going on. It's really simple to look up. And then I have some people who say, oh, well, if I look it up and it's not from my trusted news source like CNN, then I don't believe in it. Well, then you're in your own little bubble and have no idea what's going on. So give me a second, got to cross this intersection. Got some guys struggling behind me. They're cutting down a tree on their property. They have a little tractor with a wagon, similar to what the Fraud World uses on his channel. And it's all for show, obviously, for him. But these guys are struggling their butt off back there. Unfortunately, they're trying to bite off more than they can chew with their equipment. I would help them, but with the pandemic, I don't know these people, and sorry, I didn't bring my gloves. Anyways, it's a wild world out there. So in one of my last videos, I told you guys about a couple buddies I know in California, and they got their gun license, they got their gun orders in, they're loading up on ammo. They were already preppers, or at least one was to some degree, but they both went in together because they're friends, and went and took the training course for, you know, gun safety, gun handling, so they could acquire their weapons. And they were worried about November, the election, and go watch that video about that. But anyway, I kind of calmed them down about that situation, but I told them, yeah, don't let me talk you out of getting armed and getting ready for whatever comes our way, because that's all about prepping, right? Now, I myself have a snowball's chance in hell of getting a firearm, but I can legally get a crossbow or pellet gun or something like that, but I'm not too concerned about that kind of stuff. Where I'm at is very low on the totem pole for me. Right now, I'm trying to isolate myself, prepping wise, as much as possible from the grid. And how do I do that? Well, I have a tiny house, and it is in a separate location from my where I live with my parents. And I've been slowly, very slowly, with the budget I have, getting it prepared for long-term, you know, that'll be my long-term home. So making my bug out location a long-term home is a good idea. So recently I had a disaster with solar panels that crapped out on me. Ordered 2 new name brand panels, and I'm just awaiting them to show up, and that will give me, you know, enough energy to get by for a decent amount of time. Now, I can't run air conditioning or anything like that. I don't have that kind of a setup, but I can run lighting, fans, entertainment, and stay pretty comfortable that a ways. So it's not that bad. And to be honest, guys, I would, if you're serious about the prepping lifestyle and stuff like that, I would try to condition yourself. Try to live without air conditioning for a week or so. Just use fans and stuff like that, and maybe some of you already do that. By doing that, you know, your body will get adjusted to those situations, and it won't be as bad as you think. However, in my area, humidity is insane. And yeah, a couple of my buddies down in Missouri have the same issue. Like 90% humidity most of the time in the summer. So good luck sleeping without air then. But time will come when that's going to happen. So make sure you have the ability to get some kind of, you know, some fans that'll run off the grid if you have that kind of a setup, so you can be comfortable if the crap really hits the fan and we lose the grid, right? Because right now you got groups out there trying to defund the police, tear down statues and all this other crap, and really it's this big head scratcher as to why, but it's communists. Communists are trying to destroy the country's history and replace it with whatever they make up or deem to be okay. Now, these people, I would call them whiny little bitches. These are the people who, when bullied in school, cried like a baby back bitch and didn't stick up for themselves. These are the people running around whining to government and officials to tear all this shit down, and you know, oh, it's offensive, oh, I'm crying in the corner, oh yeah, dude, grow up. Jesus, what kind of, you know, when I went through high school, when somebody tried to bully me or rattle my bones, I knocked, well, let's just say that it didn't happen very often. Yeah, and that's how you should be, guys, handling this situation. If some little whiny dude on a keyboard has issue with or is offended by a bunch of crap, then get out of the country. Go live somewhere else. Yeah. Nobody gives a rat's ass about you whining about all this nonsense. And the people who comply to the whining are just as bad in my view. So, we got a lot going on, and man, oh man, thank God it's not really happening. We have what we have spillover here in Canada. People watch the mainstream media and get a little brainwashed, and they say, oh, I can do that over here too. I can whine like a baby back bitch, because these people over here in the States are whining and getting their way. Yeah. It's not too rampant over here though, thank God, but that's a good thing. So this is what we're dealing with in 2020. A bunch of whiny bitch communists who, you know, if they stubbed their toe, they'd cry for a week type of people, you know, and try to ban whatever stubbed their toe, right? These are the kind of people we're dealing with, guys. So, are they a threat in a SHTF? No, absolutely not. These guys will be pushovers. But are they a threat right now in a you know, SHTF? Yeah, because they're gonna whine and bitch and phone and email and dox and whatever the hell they do to whoever they got to get their way. Now, I don't know about you guys, but does that sound like a spoiled baby back bitch or what? I think so. And then the interesting thing I saw on the news was this, they call it the Godzilla dust cloud that came from Africa, and it's a ginormous dust bowl cloud type cloud, and it traveled across the world, guys, across the ocean, and is now affecting Puerto Rico, Cuba, and the southern United States. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've never seen that ever in my lifetime, or heard of it, or read about it, other than the Dust Bowl, the Great Depression, stuff like that. That is insane. That's like, whoa. That's something to keep your eyes on, for sure. And maybe not a lot of people heard about it or know about it, but it's pretty insane, guys. I don't know. That's like, whoa, what's going on there? So, yeah, just keep an eye out for that. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that, because pretty wild stuff.